Good Bad Wolf, the 12th episode of Series 1, is written by Russell T Davies and starring Christopher Eccleston, Billy Piper and John Barrowman. So in this episode they created some kind of futuristic game shows. That idea of the weakest link had came from Russell T Davies' trip to New York City for the launch of the American version of Queer as Folk. So that's interesting. So after the recap of the long game, where it's no longer called Satellite 5, it's now called the Game Station. So we have the Doctor in the Big Brother house with that Big Brother theme. Every time I hear that music, the Big Brother theme, it makes me think about, this episode. And I think we audience, when we first watched it, we'd be like, hang on, I thought we were watching Doctor Who, not Big Brother. But then, of course, Christopher Eccleston gives it away. So there's that at least. I love the line after when Davina Droid tells the Doctor to go to the diary room, and she tells the Doctor, "You're on live on channel 44,000, please do not swear." And the Doctor was like, "You have got to be kidding." I loved it. And yeah, Davina Droid is voiced by Davina McCall, the presenter of Big Brother. Rose appears to be in the weakest link, waking up with no idea what has happened, and there's Roderick telling her it's just a trance mat, don't worry, and do what the android says, which is Anne Robinson's robot. When I first saw that robot, I found it scary and be like, I do not want to meet that robot. Not that I was scared, I just find her scary. Especially when she fires out of her mouth. Whoa. And if you lose, well, it's the end of you get blasted into atoms. Finch was first and Rose was like, I'm sorry, it's the game, that's how it works. And then she seemed to be embarrassed and was like, why is she making fuss about it? It's just a game. Until when she gets zapped, Rose was like, oh my god, this is sick. I'm not playing this is illegal. Which is the moment where Broth tries to make a run for it, but Android managed to zap him. So yeah, I would have hate that, me. As for Captain Jack, he appears in What Not to Wear, which suits John Barrowman's character. We have the two robots, Trini and Susanna, voiced by Trini Woodall and Susanna Constantine, the hosts of What Not to Wear. In the scene when they used a sci-fi gun called Defabricator to dissolve his clothes away, and the shots of Captain Jack naked, I found out that they were going to show Jax's naked backside on screen, and they shot that scene, but the BBC's editorial policy made a decision and removed it as it wouldn't be appropriate for the show. After, when Jack decides not to wear anything that those two robots suggested, including tennis clothes, instead of disintegrator beam, or transmat, which we later find out what it is, instead those two robots decide to have Jack's head removed and maybe replaced, and his appendages stuck somewhere else using saws and surgical devices, which sounds very brutal and graphical when you think about it. Even Jack was naked, he was still armed. He pulled his laser gun from his backside, I guess. Good place to hide it, but I doubt it would be comfortable. So yeah, Jack managed to blast their robotic heads off. I thought Jo Joyner, who played Linda with a Y, is pretty good. I liked her chemistry with Christopher Eccleston, and my mum was like, she fancies the Doctor. And I was like, shut up! Yeah, it's nice to watch. In the scene where Crosby was getting evicted from Big Brother house, Linda and Strood were upset about it, and the Doctor was like, it's only a game show, she'll make a fortune on the outside, tell a story, release her records, all of that. She'd be laughing. So he's just like, why are these weirdos all making fuss? I don't get it. Until when he sees Crosby getting zapped on telly, he's like, are you insane? How can you watch this stuff? As unlike the game shows in real life, you get chosen whenever you like it or not, instead of apply. It's so scary. After when the Doctor damaged the camera with his sonic screwdriver, he used to be evicted, but he didn't get zapped. I loved how he raised his arms like that. For Linda, it shows you that he can get you out of anywhere alive, and that he's going to save your life. That's what the Doctor is. The moment the Doctor, Linda and Captain Jack criminally escaped, Jack does, well, what he normally does, he flirts at Linda. It's funny when the scene randomly changed to Weakest Link when Agarax screams while he's being blasted. I was like, whoa, where did that come from? Roderick seems to be quite a nice guy when he's helping Rose, until when him and Rose were the last ones, he's just becoming heartless to Rose, and he's like, Thanks very much. I get to live. You don't. Ha ha. So yeah, that's when we hate him. And yeah, Rose has the right idea the way she argues with the android, telling her that game is illegal. When the Doctor, Linda and Jack came in while Rose was running towards them, the android blasted her. It was so emotional. While Captain Jack was raging at the floor manager, the Doctor paid no attention to anything when he got arrested. It's such a powerful scene, you could feel it. So after they knocked the security out, escaped from the cell, they went to floor 500 and questioned the staff. Martha Cope as the controller is so good. When I first saw that character, I find the design of controller so cool. When Jack revealed to us after the demonstration of Linda that it's a transmat, not a disintegrator beam, and Rose is still alive, I was like, oh, thank God for that. Unless you see the next time trailer of this episode from the previous episode, we don't know who's behind all this. Until when the controller gets exterminated, you could see the reflection of a Dalek's body and recognise the extermination, and the sound of the control room, or the heartbeat, to those who has seen the classic series, or who's there, you know. It's so cool to see so many Dalek saucers. I love the way the Doctor said no to the Daleks after telling them to obey or she will be exterminated. And the Doctor was like, I'm going to wipe out every last stinking Daleks out of the sky. And Rose, I'm coming to get you. I love that scene. And the shot inside a spaceship with so many Daleks saying exterminated with the loads of flashing lights. That was absolutely cool. I loved it. Plus I don't think classic series could have done it because of the budget. That scene made an awesome cliffhanger. Man, I get goosebumps watching this episode. Absolutely loved it. What are your thoughts of this episode? Write it down in the comments below. I'm excited to talk about the final episode of Series 1. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.